Okay, so we are up to Tez Zion according to my records. Um, Im shanisa lecha v'lo shamata al tevosh lomar shaneli. It says here, shanisa v'lo mata b'atzecha v'lo hevanta. If you learn something but you didn't understand it, do not be embarrassed to say shaneli lovingly. Repeat it so I can understand it. Many people, especially people like myself who consider themselves brilliant, would never have stooped to such a, um, uh, uh, level, but obviously that's a flaw. One has to always be able to any you're there. Just like you just teach yourself to say I don't know. You should teach yourself to say I don't understand, and ask the person to repeat it. That's lo I by shun lo made. That's he says here in the debates lo Sif say tzaddik in the Orchos Chaim. Sif say tzaddik yiru rabim. The lips of a tzaddik will graze many, and the fools will die with a lack of heart. A tzaddik when he's missing some knowledge, Omer bisfasav, he says with his lips, Yiru Rabim, the way he translates it, Shivo Rabim Yisrael, so that many people should come to be friends with him. Lodil Talamosav, to tell him their secrets, or the secrets that he doesn't understand. Ve'vilim, fools, she'ein yodim, when they don't know, boshim lomar, they're embarrassed to say so. That's why they will die out of lack of heart, but with lack of heart, beheder yidiyasam, in the absence of knowledge. Okay, pleasant thoughts. Yud Zayin. Okay, don't say don't aggrandize yourself by saying I heard. Knowledge is without boundaries. If when a person analyzes some in anything muskala is shown in the first glance, in other words, the first grasp, mukrachle dayas to know that this is not all the be all and end all. These gavas v'talumos there are obviously lofty and hidden levels of wisdom above and beyond his knowledge. Don't cast yourself to yourself in a positive light. That with the first perception that you grasp, already came to the ultimate boundaries of wisdom. This very statement, whatever you learn, has profundities of depth which are hidden from you. You have to explore it from the perspective of other people, not just your own limited perception. As great as your perception you think might be, it's always limited. It's never all-encompassing and doesn't encompass everything you can learn possibly from other people. What does it mean to say point of yourself? Highly kavod means that you bear yourself with undue honor. In other words, you say, once I understand it, what possible understanding is that can be added onto it. Okay, these are good pieces of musar. Yurches. This is a physical quote from Pirkei Avos. I say do things for the purpose of those who activated them. Sorry, the berbam lishmam, and speak of them for the right purposes. And let's just read the text together. This out the sin but do not make them like a crown with which to adorn yourself. I say lecha ko shleimus inyan hu b'maaseh dibur machshava. If you want to perfect something, it has to be on three levels: in deed, in speech, and in thought. Zeh, that means that's aseh b'maaseh plus chol shem hapula atzma. Do what you're doing in deed. For the sake of the activity itself, which I guess is the purpose of the activity. But the speech should also be for the right purpose. Also for the purpose of this activity. I guess the speech accompanies the activity. And the metaphor here of the purpose, for the purpose of he who activated them, which is a kind of a strange language, right? It means to fulfill the purpose of their activity, because for which reason they're creating this world. There, it says, everything which I created is in my name, and for my honor I created. In other words, everything in this world has the purpose of Shem Shemayim. The Sugya Torah Shnayim. Also includes that the two aspects in Torah. Shnayim Hema. Asiyas HaMitzvah, doing the mitzvah of Limud Torah, and learning the Torah. Zeu asay dvarim asiyas HaMitzvot, Shem Polam, for the purpose of the person who activated that, for the entity which activated them. Not for the advantage of your own personal benefit. And speak to them instead in them for the right purpose. Because and furthermore, the person should not take pride in his good deeds. Oh, this is a great idea. Wow. But if by your words it comes about that other people can do like you, that's a great chiddush. If you have been able to influence other people, if you've been able to influence other people by what you did, it's worthy of sharing. Obviously, that's a fine line. One can share these things to the purpose again of self-aggrandizement, but one can also, and therefore they would defeat the purpose. But the idea is to share these things as something which when accomplished in this world, just like you accomplish it, so too other people can accomplish it. You never know what can help people to influence other people. I believe that's what he's saying. So I say do things for the purpose of the entity which activated them. Do the mitzvah for perfecting the mitzvah. And to speak about them for their purpose. The talk, which you talk about the mitzvah, would also be to that purpose, for the advantage of the mitzvah. In other words, that the mitzvah should have this widespread application by you being able to inspire others, just like you have influenced others. They should be able to influence others as well. That's a very nice thought. Okay, good test. This is the third level. Yurches spoke about Maisa and Dibur. Now he's talking about Machshava. Machshava should also be for the sake of God who activated them. Don't think for your honor as a crown in which to glorify yourself. Okay. Do you have time for one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. Lo kikardom. Don't make them like an axe. Levakeya. Bohem, to split logs with them. Okay, v'lo kikardom. Don't make your activities for the sake of accomplishing a living. Or to get reward in the world to come. In a person, you have all four aspects. Midomain, a person has inanimate aspects, somech, growing aspects, chai, live aspects, medaber, speaking aspects. V'ikar to malasoba siyasator mitzvos, who lishushu medaber. A person's primary advantage doing the mitzvahs because he has this high level of existence. He's not just inanimate, his body. He's not just growing, although I'm not sure part of bodies are literally inanimate, but whatever it is, he's also growing, he's also alive, he's also speaking. Everything should be done for the purpose of the highest level of the human entity, which is for the speaking soul. For the sake of their activator, to perfect the perfection of yourself as a speaking soul. Okay, shouldn't do it for the honor. That's honor, evidently, is a spirit which any live thing can have. In other words, not just a human being. An animal evidently can take pride, I guess. In other words, can have emotions, spirits. So the I guess like if a dog comes with after retrieving a stick, it can take pride in having retrieved the stick, right? Well, Ruach HaMoshel, the spirit of a ruler, Kvar Ruach, high in spirit, Yikar Ruach, precious spirit, Ruach has to do with the Chius, life force of the individual, which it shares in common with animals. Don't make like an axe to cut with them, but to Elis Hatzomeach, for the benefit of the growth. Okay, like an axe which splits the growing tree. I guess not for your own personal nourishment. Velo.
That's the next one already.
That's the next one. Okay, fine. So I guess the next one is going to be uh, for the. Let's just do the next one quickly because it's really
Okay.
fun. Velo kamar lachpor. Not like a shovel with which to dig. That is for the benefit of the inanimate. Like a shovel which digs in the dirt. I guess it means for your own convenience, right? Something along those sorts. Okay, how so? Atar li sater hainu akava. That's for honor. Cardinal ake hainu kina. So this I like better. An axe with which to cut down others. That's jealousy. Marlach bar hainu ataiba. They clear machreshet somer kol tanu yazman, because by plowing you bring
Wow.
about all the pleasures of this world. Okay, was not so impressed with chaf chafal, but the previous ones they were knock your socks off. Okay, that's your koyach.
Ashkar, thank you.
Okay, let's show next week.
Next week, Mr. Son. Bye.